you can send to seller leads who have recently checked out their home value, whether on your website or from an email that you sent or even a text, to encourage them to check out their updated home value. I've been doing this for, months, years now, and have struggled, maybe you have as well, to turn those interested people, the people that are going to look at their home value, into actual listing opportunities. And since I've started using this follow-up email 2 months ago, it has now created four listings for our business. Now, some of those listings haven't hit the market yet, but we've already locked in the client thanks to this follow-up email. Now, this is a perfect part two to the mastermind session that we did yesterday on using instant cash offers to generate more seller leads and motivated sellers for your real estate business. I'll link up the replay of that here somewhere after the fact, or we'll put it in the description, or you can just go to the channel and find it. It was an incredible session. Joe Peterson knocked it out of the park. We got lots of people who were commenting and chatting, etc. And during that session, I promised to put together a list, a swipe file. I love swipe files. A swipe file with the emails and text messages that I've been using in conjunction with the tool that we talked about on yesterday's mastermind, the instant cash offer platform and the seller home value dashboard that's part of the same tool. And we had tons and tons of people request that swipe file, which, by the way, if you want a copy of the swipe file, just drop a comment below or DM me, whatever. I'll give you that. And happy to share that. I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. But what I want to show you is the actual email that I'm using when homeowners in my database come back and check out their updated home value. Now, I'm using KV Core. That's what we use, in our organization here at eXp Realty. And if you would like to or would be interested in leveraging our 5-figure per month marketing team to grow your business, to fill your pipeline with ready, willing, and able potential future real estate clients at no additional cost to you other than the cost of ads, $9 or $10 a day for most of you, just go ahead and call or text me at 717-571-0456 or drop a comment below or go to joshvips.com and we can schedule a time to chat. However, that's not the point of this video, or at least the main point anyway. The point is I want to share this email. So this is what I'm sending as a follow-up to those homeowners in my database that from some of these other emails that you can get in this swipe file that I send each month. So actually, let's take a side note here just for a second. So each and every month, the first week of the month, I send an email to everybody in my database that I know own a home. Like if I have their address and I know they own a home, I send them an email to encourage them to go check out their home value seller dashboard and even explore cash offers and other selling options. And so when that happens, I get a whole bunch of people that go and check out their dashboard, which again, yesterday's mastermind session with Joe, we dig into what that platform is and how to use that and some of the recent updates and upgrades they've made to it. But what I've struggled with is how do I turn those people from just going and looking at their home value dashboard, their seller dashboard, et cetera, how do I turn those into actual business? So they go, let's say today, they go and look at their home value dashboard. Later today, or usually tomorrow morning, I will then send them this email, okay? This email right here. The subject line is quick question, and I will insert their first name. So whatever you're using, I use KV Core for this, but you want to insert their first name. So quick question, first name. Looks like you were checking out the value of your property at, and that you would insert the street address of their property right there. Just curious, which of these would you say is the most accurate about why you're interested in the value? Just curious, which of these would you say is the most accurate about why you're interested in the value. And then we've got A, B, C, D, E. Just hit reply and let me know. Thanks, Josh. Okay. And you can see the 5 different options there, all of which, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's just being curious about what their answer is. And here's what, I've found is happening is people will actually reply. And then based upon their reply, we continue a conversation to see how we can help them. The very first time I started using this email script 2 months ago, so it's March now, I started using this in January. No, I'm sorry, in February. And the very first time I sent out a batch of these to follow up with people, I got John and Susan, I think, or Sarah. I forget the wife's name, but John replied and said, C, I'm thinking about selling sometime in 2025. Now, I will probably need to tweak that so that it can be, we're not going to be in 2025 forever. And so an easy tweak would be, I'm thinking about selling sometime in the next 6 to 9 months. That'd be an easy switch to make to it. He replied C, and we had a conversation. We ended up meeting at a coffee shop. And after that meeting, I sent him some follow-up information. And later that day, he said, we're going to work with you. We're not even going to talk to any other realtors. Pretty cool, pretty cool and exciting. And I'll tell you what, if you're interested in, what the appointment looked like and what the follow-up looked like, I can put that together and maybe share on a live here as well. But what I want you to get more than anything is this type of email following up with people who are looking at their home value. Or, here's another way you could use this idea, right? You wouldn't use this exact template, but you could send an email like this to people who are looking at properties, okay? So looks like you were checking out properties on our website. Just curious, which of these would you say is the most accurate as to why you were back on the site looking at listings, right? A, I'm thinking about buying a new home in the next 3 to 6 months. B, I was just curious what homes are selling for in the area. C, whatever. Actually, that's a great idea. I hadn't actually thought of that until I was going through and sharing this. So I'm gonna have to put together a version of that as well and start using that with the leads that are showing up in my dashboard. Which, by the way, earlier in the week on these live sessions, we talked about voicemail scripts that you should use when following up with those folks, et cetera. So you should do all of that also, but this email or an email like this will get you even more. If you'd like this entire swipe file, okay, which has 3 versions of the email that I am sending to the homeowners in my database, and I basically just rotate through each of the 3, right? So the one that I send in April is the same one that I sent in January. I mean, tweaked slightly, but essentially. And the one I'll send in May is the same as February, and June the same as March, and just kind of cycle through, which gets people looking at their dashboard, which then I can send the email template that I'm sharing, that I shared here. If you want that, just drop a comment below or shoot me a DM, or I'll probably end up putting a link to it in the description here as well. If you didn't, or if you weren't able to join us yesterday on the mastermind, we'll link that up here as well. I highly recommend you check that out. It was a great session. Joe shared a lot of great information. We had tons of great questions and feedback on that as well. And lastly, if you would like to explore how you can leverage our 5-figure per month marketing team to grow and scale your real estate business at no additional cost to you other than the cost to run ads, to put the leads into the pipeline, which for most of you, $9 or $10 a day is all you would need, right? If you'd like information on that, just drop a comment below or call or text me at 717-571-0456, or you can just go to buildwithjosh.com, watch a free training there. And if it's something that would make sense for us to explore further, we can chat on that as well. So I'll share this swipe file with anybody who's interested, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.